lovely people, welcome to the video. My name's Athena. I am a writer working on my first book whilst homeschooling my two girls and being with them 24/7. It has been just over a couple of weeks since my last update. Why, you ask? Well, I had the most amazing cold sore, yeah. I think the stress of December I think it just does everyone in, if I'm being honest. And I think that's why everyone kind of crashes right after the holidays. It's just, anyway, December is pretty big for me, and I have also set probably unrealistic goals for myself. We shall talk about that. First things first, let's do a quick little update and kind of get to this point. So in my last update, I had just received my beta reader feedback, and I needed to go through it, sort it, mark up my draft. I had just printed out my draft in 4 booklets because I did not have a coil that was big enough to handle the behemoth that was my book. So I ended up with, here they are, the other ones, you can see them, with 4 booklets. And fun fact, each of these booklets has very specific needs when it comes to revision this round. So it's quite interesting how it kind of worked out. So where are we right now? I have gone through my beta reader feedback. I have marked up my little booklets, my draft. I have like little notes on the front. I have notes inside. I'm separating it, going by the beats, the full shebang. It is definitely not as big a developmental edit as last time. Practically tiny compared to the previous, to be honest. There's a lot more cutting out, removing, than there is adding this time round, which is really interesting actually. So I am currently, what am I even doing? It took me a while. It took me a while to kind of get into the groove of marking up the draft and transferring all the feedback and thinking of what am I gonna do with it and how I'm gonna move forward. But I finally, as of, today's the 3rd of December, 3 days ago, on the 1st of December actually, I officially started working on draft 5. That is what it is called. I am revising the draft. It is draft 5 officially. It is exciting times, exciting times. I have to say, I feel like this revision is different. In what way? You're probably wondering. In that I'm sitting and writing and just like adding little things and removing whole chunks. I don't mind removing chunks of the story. I removed a scene that I added since draft 1, and I just cut it out now. I was like, it's not working. I like it, but it's not working. It's not doing anything for the story. It's not moving the plot forward. It's not helping anywhere. And there are definitely a couple more scenes that I really love throughout the story that I know are probably going to end up being removed, because the reality is not all scenes work for the story, okay? We are working on a story as a whole, not just a cute scene I happen to write, okay? What are we doing right now? I am currently working on chapter 3 today. The way I've been revising has been very much like, I haven't had any like huge epiphany moments. It's more so been I look at the document, I look at the notes, and it feels like puzzle pieces falling into place. So I kind of just start adding little things, removing little things in a very silent, very quiet, very gentle kind of way. It's very interesting. And it's just kind of coming together without me reading like the whole chapter in one go, or I just kind of know where every little piece goes. I know the story so well that I know what is missing now. It's the strangest sensation. I have read it a bazillion times at this point, I guess, and I do officially know the full story now. I'm quite. So what we're doing right now is editing through chapter by chapter. I'm trying not to line edit too much. There is a little bit of line editing happening. You can't help yourself, I've realized, but I'm trying not to line edit right now. I'm trying to go through and make all the little developmental changes I need to make, all the little removing parts, because there are like whole scenes that are being removed. There are chapters that I'm going to be combining. I don't want to focus too much on the line editing before I've kind of done all of that. And that's probably the one thing that kind of had me going a little bit back and forth over the past few days before starting officially editing. It was like I was trying to figure out how I wanted to go about this. Like, do I want to do the developmental edits and like edit what I'm going to edit and then go in and do an extra line edit pass before kind of being like, okay, draft 5 of this chapter is done? Or do I want to do the whole book as like just the developmental edits of the whole book and then go back in and do a full line edit of the whole book? To be honest, I don't think I've decided yet. I'm working on chapter 3 right now. I haven't kind of closed the chapters. Like I haven't said, okay, chapter like prologue is done, chapter 1 is done for this draft. I'm still kind of keeping them open, trying to decide if I want to go back through them and do a line edit pass, or if I want to just let them go for now and then go back and do the whole book. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, I think the crux of it right now is I'm all over the place, very much all over the place. My goal is, okay, let's talk unrealistic goals and December, shall we? I am highly stressed. I started the day chaotically today. I'm just in chaos mode today, and that's just how my brain works sometimes. Yesterday I just couldn't function. Today I'm in chaos mode. It is what it is. ADHD brains and all. And I'm finding myself right now where I'm just kind of like, I want this book to be done by the end of the year. Is that even possible? Technically, the previous developmental edit that I did was huge. Okay, I had to write whole new chapters. I changed POVs of entire chapters. I went to town on that. It took me 2 months. And bear in mind, half of that time I was sick. I had so many issues. So technically it was a month, technically. So again, technically, because technically is my favorite word apparently lately, I could do it in 1 month. The specific edits, they're not crazy edits. They're not huge developmental edits. It's more so like there are 10 chapters in the funny games section that are just, why do they even exist? They're so long and it just slogs down the story. It's like, so the quest is like 3 legs of the quest, okay? And the first leg is just huge for no reason whatsoever. So I'm gonna be trimming that down significantly to the point of making 10 chapters into 2. But that's a lot of cutting down and just marking what I need from each chapter and combining it. And I already have a ton of ideas of how I'm gonna do that. It's not even a really hard thing to do. But at the same time, I'm just over here other than that, there aren't really big development. I don't need to write a whole new scene at all. There are no new scenes. There are small snippets of little additions that have to happen. But other than that, I don't have to write whole new chapters. I don't have to do anything like I did in the previous revisions round. So technically, I could tackle it in a month. However, with that being said, it is December. So there's Christmas, there's New Year's. There are a ton of, I swear my family is everyone is just born in December. I mean, my birthday's in December. My mom, my dad, then we have brother-in-law, we have cousins, we have my little nephew, my sister-in-law had her birthday the other day on the 1st of December. So December is just, there's a lot happening. And I feel like generally the Christmas holidays, even with homeschool, we've just kind of fallen off the bandwagon the moment the Christmas tree goes up. I don't know why. It's like the switch just flips and it's like, holidays, we're done. Anywho, my goal, my hopes, my dreams, my unrealistic I want to have this book done by the end of the year. I want to have this draft done by the end of the year. With the general idea that I'm going to be done by the end of the year, have it sent off to be kind of beta read, technically, again, in early January. During that time, I'm going to fully work on my query letter, my query agent, my agencing list, all that jazz, all the query jazz. And then hopefully there won't be much to do in that next round. A good line edit, a good kind of, and then February, I'd be jumping into the query trenches with it and starting a new project because that's just who I am. I don't know. Look, I will say, I'm definitely, the way I'm looking at this December goal right now, because December is just, my stress levels are just sky high, okay, sky high. The way I'm looking at it, and the way I'm at least trying to convince myself I'm looking at it, is I set the goal that I want it done by the end of the year. If it doesn't happen and I have to trickle it over into January, that is fine. I think the hard goal, it has to be done by mid-January and sent off to be beta read. I'm ready to go in February. That's just ready to go, as in moving forward with either draft 6 or, if it's just small changes, whatever. But definitely has to be done in early January. Okay. I'm gonna try and tackle it in this month. I don't. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go because this has been a very rambly update. I'm gonna try and update more often moving forward. But for now, just know we are working on draft 5. We are editing, and yeah, all the fun stuff. I will see you guys in the next one.